Hi everyone, welcome back to another video and Happy New Year! Oh my god, after a year like 2020, I don't think there's anyone else out there who is sad to see that year go. So hopefully this is going to be the start of an even better year. Well, hopefully a much better year anyway. So yeah, here we are back on the Logstone as is tradition. We have a very special New Year's greeting from the Final Fantasy team and especially Yoshi P. So if you want to go ahead and read this, all you need to do is go on to the Logstone. It was posted up early this morning. And so I'm just only going to do a quick summary of everything that was written here. So yeah, feel free to go ahead and read that when you have the time. So this here is a very special letter that was written from Yoshi P, and he's wishing all of us Warriors of Light a Happy New Year. He goes into detail here about how 2020 was a very difficult year, and it's going to be one for the history books. Yeah, so he was completely right about that. However, he did go on to say that they are determined to continue to provide us with this entertainment during these hard times. Of course, they all have families and they all have to take care of their own health. I've mentioned this before in several videos that I understand. I'm not mad at it. I am a little bit disappointed, but I don't blame them at all for it because it's really difficult for everyone. However, Yoshi P did mention a little bit more about how grateful that he and the dev team were for all the words of support. It is mentioned down here a little bit more. I remember reading this a couple months ago when this was first stated, but apparently they had a message from a first responder who said that no matter how tough things get, I can always see my friends in Final Fantasy XIV. It helps give me the strength to face the next day, and please keep it up, we need this. That really touched me. It kind of gave me hope for mankind in a way because it just seems to bring out either the best of you or the worst of you, like during this pandemic. I like to think that for a lot of people, it really brings out more of their better sides. And just something like so simple as an online game can help keep people connected. So I think that's really what he was trying to empathize with other people, just express how grateful that he was. And yeah, I agree with that. So that is really, really sweet of him. And we're all working under tremendous stress and they all have to make sacrifices, but it's all worth it in a lot of ways. And they do hope that we continue to stick with them as they enter their 11th year. So that is really impressive. Yes, it has been 11 long years. And I mean, good for you, Yoshi P. I am like, I'm in awe of you and the dev team. I support you guys completely, and I can't wait to see what you have planned for us next. And yeah, it's just been one crazy year, but here's hoping that everything's going to get easier from here on out. They also mentioned a little bit more about the announcement showcase, which is still planned for February. That hasn't changed. They are going to be releasing a lot more information about the upcoming stories of Final Fantasy XIV, as well as what we can be expecting for this new year with the new patches, as well as a new expansion, which is supposed to be scheduled for this year. Normally, they do come out around June or July, usually in the summer for the new expansions after every 2 years. It's kind of up in the air right now if it's still going to stick with that particular time period. The only way that I can really see them actually sticking with that particular schedule is if they just skip the part 2 for a 5.5, and I wouldn't be against that idea, actually. I mean, don't get me wrong, I enjoy the part 1 and part 2 of the X5 patches, but I mean, the part 2s are always so short, and it just feels like you could have very easily just stuck them together and just move straight on into like the next expansion after that. That's just me personally. So I think that if they do choose to forego the part 2 and just keep the part 1 for 5.5, you might still be able to meet that schedule. It could still come out in either June or July, so that's just an idea. I don't know what they're going to do yet. Hopefully by February when they have the showcase, they will have more information. And And yeah, I know that's not going to make up for the fan fest that were canceled and everything, but I do hope that we get at least a kind of solid schedule of what we can be expecting. So where do we stand with all this? Well, the saga of the Shadowbringers has concluded with patch 5.3 for the main scenario, and the patches of 5.4, which came out just a couple weeks ago, and patch 5.5 is just going to be laying the groundwork for 6.0. So Yoshi P has stated this before, but 6.0 is supposed to be us wrapping up the story of Hydaelyn, Zodiark, and the Ascians. But that's not going to be the end of 14 as a whole. And it said so right here that the final chapter of the tale of this star, and please keep a close eye on the team's progress this year as events build up once more to a thrilling and unexpected ending. So hopefully they're just talking about the ending for the Hydaelyn and Zodiark story, but they have something even better planned for like a next series. This is supposed to be just chapter 1, so I can't wait to see what they have planned for chapter 2. And lastly, they have one last thing that showed us, kind of with keeping with tradition as they usually do at the beginning of every year. They have a very special poem that they announce to everyone, and this year Yoshi P stated that he barely finished typing up his letter when he had an unannounced visitor, a minstrel. He introduced himself, he was on a journey from faraway lands, and he put this note right into his hands with this poem. Our progeny may never know, wherefore we look unto the sky, nor why we dig for truths below, we bear their scorn or watch them die. From a journal of a resolute man. So we don't know who this resolute man is or what his progeny is scorning him for when Yoshi P turned these questions to the traveler, he was long gone, vanished as if swallowed into the rift between worlds. I love Yoshi P. He's just so dramatic, but you love him for it. So these words are very interesting, and I'm guessing that these are going to be providing a kind of a vital hint to what we can be expecting for 6.0. I do plan on doing another video of what I think that these words could imply, what they might possibly mean, so I hope you look forward to that. It should hopefully either be out tomorrow or I think maybe by Monday at the latest. So please keep an eye out for that. Anyway, everyone, that's going to be it for the New Year's greetings. So I hope you all enjoyed this story and that you all enjoyed this particular video. It always makes me so happy whenever I see a review down below or I see someone really enjoy it. And it really does help. It really does help me a lot, and it encourages me to keep making more videos. So yeah, until next time, everyone, thank you all so much for supporting my channel, and I hope that everyone out there has a better year than last year. I mean, I don't think we have to work too hard to kind of improve over last year, but until next time, everyone, I can't wait to have an entire year of creating a whole host of videos for you. So, love you all, Happy New Year, and take care. Bye!